Year after year, foreign athletes come to Piedmont College to play sports, but have you ever asked yourself why?
My name is Matthew Metzger. I was born in Auckland, which is in New Zealand. Well, my parents sort of encouraged me to be heavily involved as a kid, and they sort of played a lot of sports growing up. So they sort of encouraged me to play soccer and tennis, or play as much sports as I could. And it seemed that soccer and tennis were the sports that I enjoyed the most, and the sports that I was good at. Also, a lot of my friends fans of certain sports, and it was sort of a thing that I did a lot when I hang out with my friends. I played a lot of sport with them, yeah. Well, I always sort of wanted to get away from home, because I've lived in New Zealand my entire life and sort of wanted to experience something new. And I've had a few friends from New Zealand that have gone to the United States to play sort of various sports, and they recommended it for me. And they knew that I'd probably really enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, so far I'm happy with my decision to going over here. It's been a lot of fun, so yeah. I get that question a lot. I mean, the main reason for me was the engineering program at Piedmont. They have a program where you spend 3 years studying at Piedmont and get what's called an engineering physics degree, and then you transfer to Georgia Tech and spend 2 years there to complete your engineering degree in whatever you want to specialise in, sort of if it's mechanical engineering or electrical or civil. So yeah, that was the main reason. I wanted to play sport for a couple of years for Piedmont, and then sort of transfer and get a really top degree from a really good university. So yeah, those were the main reasons for me. There's a lot of differences, but also a lot of similarities, I guess. I mean, I feel like the people are really friendly over here. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm from a different country and that everyone wants to talk to me, but I feel like everyone's very welcoming over here. There's also a lot of cultural sort of differences. In New Zealand, there's a lot of culture in terms of these people that the people who first settled New Zealand were called Māoris. There's a lot of Māori culture in New Zealand that's sort of different from over here. Don't know if you've seen the New Zealand haka before, which is like a New Zealand sort of a dance sort of thing before the New Zealand sports games that the sports players do. In terms of the weather, it's probably sort of similar. It's definitely does not get as cold as it does here, though, especially where I'm from, which is a bit more northern. Yeah. In New Zealand, I tried to compromise playing soccer and tennis, and so I never really got to play tennis every day. First, it was always I'd play tennis a couple of days a week, and then I'll play soccer a couple of days a week. And here it's sort of different, where I sort of focus on one particular sport in each season. So in one way, it's I feel like I'm improving a lot, because there's a lot. I mean, I've never played sport every day over here, and that's sort of a big thing in America. They try and play as much as you can, and I mean, the competition it is slightly different in terms of styles, in the way people, in the way that I'm coached as well. It's sort of done slightly differently. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of looking I'm looking at each sort of day at a time. I mean, I haven't really entirely made up my mind. I mean, it'd be nice if I could go back home so I can see all my family and friends again and sort of work over there. But I also feel like Georgia Tech may open up a lot of possibilities in terms of getting jobs for engineering. So I sort of, yeah, I mean, it's something I definitely haven't made my decision yet. Yeah.
My name is Tyler Marcenko. I am from Southampton, Ontario, which is a little small town right on the coast of Lake Huron in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, growing up, my parents would just, they got me into sports at a young age. I have a pretty athletic family, so they wanted me getting into sports. I actually played quite a few sports growing up, not just baseball. I played hockey, I played basketball, I played golf. Yeah, I probably played about 8 to 10 different sports growing up. So I just love sports. I love being outside. I love being active. So. Growing up, there's two main sports where I'm from. Most of the people either play hockey in the wintertime. We play baseball in the summertime. So that's basically what I did. I played hockey in the wintertime and baseball in the summertime. And so I mean, those were my two favorite sports, and I loved them both pretty equally. But once I got to high school, I was pretty good at both of them. So I had to choose between one or the other. And I was a little bit better at baseball. I like baseball a little bit better. So so I decided to stick with baseball. So I gave up hockey, and I started playing travel baseball, which is year-round. We can't play year-round, but we practice in indoor facilities, and we do workouts all year long. So yeah, that's why I stuck with baseball. So. Well, the competition in Canada for baseball isn't very good. Not even comparable to the competition, especially down in the South. Being able to play baseball year-round or practice outside year-round really takes you guys to the next level in the competition. So yeah, just the competition's a lot better down here for baseball. So basically how I got to Piedmont, the travel team I was playing on in high school, we went to a tournament my junior year during the summer, and a tournament in Atlanta. And this was kind of the time when I was choosing colleges. So I looked at a few colleges around here, and Piedmont was one of them, just one I found online. I'm from a small town. I wanted to come to a smaller school, because that was what kind of fit me the best. So when we were at the tournament, I came to Piedmont, and I went on a visit, and I really liked it. It's a really nice campus and everything. And then the baseball team, they host a showcase every year, and I went to the showcase in November of my senior year, and I got talking to the coaches, and I really liked them. I really liked the school. They had a really good business program, which is my major. So yeah, it was feasible for me, and I really liked it, and here I am. It's not a whole lot different. There's a lot of little differences. Sports per se is, hockey's our big sport. Everybody loves hockey up there. Down here it's all football, all college football. I actually didn't realize how big college football was until I got down here. Most of the food's the same. A lot of our television comes from American television. Yeah, there's just little things like, we talk a little bit differently, and we're accustomed to a little bit different climate. A lot of the landscaping is different too. The population in Canada is much smaller than America, so there's a lot more people here. The population's a lot more dense here than in Canada. There's a lot more open land and a lot more farm life up there. So, well, when people see snow down here, everyone turns back to a 10-year-old again. It's kind of funny to see. When I see snow like this, you know, I like seeing snow. It reminds me of home, but you know, I don't have that crazy reaction that everyone has here. Right now, my plan is to do my MBA here. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do after I graduate. That's why I wanted to do my MBA. Give me a couple more years to figure out what I want to do. I'm getting a business degree in marketing, so I plan to stay in sports somehow. Somehow, if I can stay in baseball, you know, get a job with a sports organization, or you know, I'm pretty open. You know, I kind of just want to see where things take me. So, you know, right now I'm just planning on finishing my master's and you know, see where I go after that. All right, fun fact about me, I was on the Canadian national baton twirling team. I'm gonna prove it. Just kidding, because that doesn't exist.
My name's Bruce Kitchen, and I'm from Derbyshire, England. I guess from a young age I was always a fan of soccer. In England it's the most popular sport, well, in Europe really, so I grew up watching that. And I was born in Leeds, which is a footballing city. They had a really famous team and they were doing really well, so I had the role models living there to grow up and play soccer, and I played from a really young age, and I got to enjoy it a lot, and it became my passion right up till I am now. So yeah, that's what. And my dad helped me out as well. He was a big football fan before. He didn't play, but his brother Jonathan did. He played at a pretty high level. He didn't play professionally, but I guess he was the only guy who played sport before, so it was kind of new to our family. But now it's kind of normal. That's what brother plays too. I think I was in and out of the academy system in England a lot, and it's a really hard to break through in England. A lot of coaches and teams look for really specific traits that are sometimes impossible to get, and it could really get you down. So I was in and out, and I started getting quite depressed with it, and started not enjoying my football anymore because I got getting dropped and then picking up by somebody else. So I was looking for new opportunities, and actually a friend suggested it to me to go and she started talking about the US and of how soccer was like upcoming there, and that a lot of the coaches look for English players to give them that mindset and give them that soccer experience, which a lot of people don't have. I mean, they're good athletes, but a lot of Americans don't have like the soccer head yet, the soccer mentality, and that's what I think foreign players bring to the American game, I think. Yeah, I had a lot of offers from from other colleges with the agency I was with. Basically, they videotape you, and all the coaches from every college can view your profile. So it's kind of like a soccer Facebook type thing, and then they give you offers. And Piedmont offered me too, and I guess the closest one for me is Huntington also offered me a place. But Shane, who's the assistant coach here, was English, so he gave me that confidence to know that like an English kid's like, and he's still young, so he was just out of college, and like he's already done it, and he's chosen here to coach. And he said there was a lot of young players, which there is, and it's a good program. And the school's also a really good school too, especially the business part. It was one of the strongest business programs that out of my offers that I actually got. And also it was a Division 3 team, and I was told I didn't have a lot of knowledge going into coming over to the US, what to expect. And basically the guys who helped me through it saying if you hit a Division 1 school, which I had a couple of offers, I probably wouldn't have played for at least 2 or 3 years. So I didn't really want that. I didn't want to just sit on the bench and just train. And coming to a Division 2 or 3 team was looking like my option in the end. I choose Piedmont because it was a small school too, and I've come from like a lot of small schools, and I live in a small village, so I felt comfortable coming to a small school, and I had a good program too, and the coach seemed nice as well. My hometown's very small. It's got about 300 people in it, But obviously, because England's so close together, even though I live in the countryside, you don't have to travel miles and miles to a big city. It's about 40 minutes from the big city, which is Derby. But my village, it's a small community, but I think I'd say we're a soccer community. Myself, one of my best friends called Ryan, he plays at a really high level too. And a girl who's a couple of years younger than me called Katie, she actually plays for Man City Academy and is on the national team. So we're actually known around our area for producing a lot of like sports stars and stuff, so we've got a high reputation. So it's pretty cool for a little village to have so much come out of it, which is probably from we all used to play together on just the only soccer pitch we had. Out of the whole village, everyone used to play pretty much every day. So that's what it's like. It's basically all soccer. It's basically a soccer village. It's a lot more friendly culture around here. I mean, walking down the streets, people will say hello to you, even though, well, I class this as a pretty big town, but maybe you don't. I mean, in my village, a lot of people were friendly because you knew everybody, but as soon as you got out of that, I mean, I wasn't really comfortable talking to strangers. And there's a lot more diversity here as well, culturally wise. But everyone's just as friendly, doesn't matter what culture I found, which I didn't really expect, but everyone's friendly to each other. And obviously, culturally wise with the food and everything, it's a lot different, but I enjoy that, so that's fine. And it's a lot hotter here too, but it is a lot colder in the winter, which I was surprised with a lot of snow and stuff. But I've coped with it pretty well, I think. So yeah, it was a very big culture shock at first, but I've got over it now. For coming into it, I thought that the standard would be pretty low because it was a Division 3. I've never experienced any American soccer at all, but I was surprised with how physically fit and how good the quality was coming into it, and it surprised me a lot. And I mean, if like Piedmont came and played a couple of teams in England, I think they could give them a run for the money, maybe even some of the bigger teams. But I think they could run them off the park, but I don't think they'd have the skill to compete with them. But I think physically fit, I think Americans are a lot better athletes than British people, definitely in the soccer, because we don't really run a lot. We concentrate on the passing game and stuff like that, but Americans just out and out fitness, which is a good thing because, like I said, if we went up against an English team, we'd probably do it in the last 20 minutes because of sheer fitness. I'm planning to go into business management or a form of accounting because I'm a business major here. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here. I'm going to go back to England and do my business, but I'm enjoying it here so far and I'm learning a lot. So I think I'll go in something business oriented. Yeah. Well, the first day I came here, we had a little meeting in this room, and the coach said, "Don't wear your cleats in the locker room." And I didn't know what a cleat was, because we call them football boots. So on the first day, I just put my cleats on, not knowing, and then he told me off for it. And then actually the assistant coach backed me up because he said, "Don't put your cleats on." I said, "I don't know what a cleat is." So then he said, "Oh, don't put your boots on." So yeah, and then there's other words, like shagging the ball. Like that means something different in England, but. Yeah, I am. I wasn't in the first few weeks. I just wanted to go home, and coming back over Christmas, I wanted to go back the first few weeks. But once everything starts up and rolling and get into the swing of things, you wish you could stay longer.
Christmas break, usually it's hard to go home, you know, because when it's like 50 degrees here, going home to 3 feet of snow, you know, I like it here, so.
Well, so far, definitely yes. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's sort of it's a completely different experience, sort of than what I'm used to, and yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the competition over here in terms of sport, playing soccer and tennis.